Good morning and welcome to JoyNews Interactive. We are live on digital address GA0992539 in Kokomimli, Accra. We are on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Our social media handles for Facebook, Twitter and Instagram is JoyNews on TV. My name is Selina Ampo. Now, there was drama at the Zoe Outreach Embassy when some men stormed the church, briefly disrupting worship to demand what they say is their locked-up investment. The aggrieved people, some of them members of the Zoe Outreach, say they were convinced to invest hundreds of Ghana cedis in EL Real Estate, a company owned by the head pastor. Well, here's Maxwell Ababa's report.
I have a way. I have a way. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me. The Spirit of God is abiding in me. The Spirit of God is at work in me.
Some men are seen in the video entering the Zoe Outreach Embassy Church at East Legon during the Sunday morning service. Members of the church are urged to intensify their prayers as the men who walked in move around in search of Pastor Kelvin Kwesi Kobri.
Hey, I know who I am. I am unstoppable. Nothing can stop me. The word and each all that it represents can never stop me because I know my God is alive. My Jesus liveth. Don't see what you are seeing. Talk the Spirit.
Say don't come closer to me. It's not an issue of fight. Don't come closer to me. You're a human being just like me.
Scuffle ensues at the back of the church. Some shouting and struggles. Some eyewitnesses say one of the aggrieved investors was slapped during the 10-minute brawl. Mustafa Allah is a former worker with a mining company. He says he invested his severance package after he was laid off.
Tikore, I invested 50,000, and then the EL Real Estate, I invested 30,000. And my colleague here, he also invested 50,000 with the Tikore. The two companies all belong to him. And it's not only these two companies that the man is having.
A fashion designer, Michael Aka, says he invested 1 million Ghana cedis.
1 million Ghana cedi. Maybe I wanted to use the money to invest. Maybe I can even get some profit on it, and then I'll invest in my work. That's what I put myself in, because I knew it. It's a pastor. I knew it, the way he's doing his things. If I invest there, maybe I can even get more money. Then maybe I can even help my family too.
We've been members of this church for some years. And
You're a member of this very church?
Very church. I'm a member. I'm a member of this church for so many years. Then one day last day in January, our pastor came with a business proposal that you have a business proposal that you want every member to appreciate and take part. So what is the business? He didn't tell us much that day. He just said that people should write their names and he will brief the people next week. That's the week after the day he introduced the business.
These church members say the founder of the Zoe Outreach Embassy is also the owner of the two companies in which they invested their monies.
Well, the conversation is still ongoing and people have been reacting to this report especially. Well, people are talking about Ponzi schemes and how individuals are being swindled of their money. Let's hop onto social media to find out what people had to say about this report. And Kwejo Ahinkantechi says, prayers don't work. Leave the church building, go out and to the institute and institute action against whoever can get you your money. Simple. And Isaac Obobi says, we are using the name of God to cheat people. Why can't the church concentrate on winning souls for Christ rather than indulging in what will bring the church and Christ Jesus into disrepute? And Josh Kofi Stone says, spiritual warfare against physical riots, all is well. Prince Kisiedu says, so we don't learn lessons. People invested millions of cedis somewhere which cannot be recovered and still fresh in our minds. And still same Ghanaians have gone to invest here too. How do people get convinced so easily to invest their money in these things? Please use your money to buy Government of Ghana Treasury bills. It's safe. And Dr. Philip Tyron says, don't be happy, okay? It can happen to anyone. But I believe this one of the work is of the work of the devil. It's the work of the devil. And Wise Kweku Ampofu says, your money is your blood. So it's very painful when money is locked up somewhere. When your money is locked up somewhere, we agree with you. And Baba Wala says, sometimes these people who still save their monies with these fraud banks makes me want to believe Prof. Kwams was right when he said the head is for carrying load. Well, away from that, it's time for a conversation on the Ghana's Educational Champions League. The National Science and Math Quiz is for high schools in Ghana to show their skills in science and mathematics. The cleanly contested competition with all our favorite schools participating starts today. I'm excited, and I bet you are too. What schools are you tipping to be in the top 3? Well, Nanti Emafat Dradosi is on the University of Ghana campus where the competition is about to start. She's joining us live, and so we'll get some updates from her in some few minutes, but let's hop onto social media to read some comments. Well, we have MFR Nancy Dradosi standing by. MFR, hello. MFR.
Hi, Selena.
Yay. So you are at the National Science and Math Quiz. How's the atmosphere there?
Well, I can say that I just left the University of Ghana Business School and it's already amazing. People have filled the auditorium and are even sitting outside. They wish that they had something to actually watch, but I mean, they couldn't make provisions for giant screens outside. So I can tell you that people were outside waiting for the scores. But I can also say that I am standing at the new end block at the University of Ghana, and here is also filled to the brim. If you can see behind me, people all over the place, and the lecture hall is already full, and so the people and the students, old students, they've all massed up here, and as I said, outside. The contest ongoing right now is Winneba SHS, PAM SHS, and the Boase Senior High Technical School. I know that PAM Senior High School is taking the lead, even though we're yet to find the results for the first contest. But I want to try and go. I see people around. I don't know whether they are here to actually throw their weight behind which school, but I'll really be interested to find out from them which school others want to speak to. Hello, sir. Can you come closer to me? I want to speak to you. Briefly. Are you here to support any of the schools that are competing right now?
No. I'm here just to observe.
Just to observe. From which school?
What school? Nkwetia Presbyterian.
In Nkwetia Senior High School. When are you competing?
Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
So you came here to come and check whether there's some map off here for you. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Selina, that should tell you that it is not only supporters and students of the various schools that are competing. There are those who are here to also, especially the contestants, to come and observe, to try, you know, and see whether they can answer some of the questions that will come to them in subsequent days. Because today we know that right after this, you're going to be having Gifty School at Shaiman Senior High School, Laura SHS, and also Bolga Girls SHS. And then around 3:30, 4 o'clock, we'll have TI Amas Kumase, that is Gakpo School. And we're going to have Brekum Senior High School and also Boku Senior High School. I mean, it promises to be fun and interesting, but most importantly, Hi, sir. Oh, let me speak to you. You're live on TV already. What's your name, please?
I'm from Mobile.
Yeah, what? Okay, well, he doesn't want to speak. A lot of people just really want to listen and watch what is happening. So, Salinam, I can say that our viewers should just leave their dial here because you're going to be bringing them update as and when it happens.
From you yourself, what schools are you supporting?
No, I am not supposed to be biased, but you know I attended West Africa Senior High School, and my school was in the finals last year. I mean, it's just natural that I have something to offer them. But I mean, it's everybody's game, and I am sure that all the schools that made it to this stage are prepared. They are all prepared to make it or win the finals, and so it's an open game. We're waiting for which school, the best school should win.
But you have been on the ground, you've been watching and following keenly. Which 3 schools do you think would be, or you're expecting to be in the top 3?
Well, we cannot say which school can win or qualify because, I mean, we just started the prelims to this morning. And so we can just judge based on what we would be getting, the results we would be getting. But I know that ongoing at the other side is Chemo Senior High School, Malco Girls Senior High School, and then St. Mary's Boys Seminary. They are the ones battling it out at UGBS. And already there was, people are saying that Chemo Senior High School are best and are capable of winning because they understand that they beat Presec gone during the regional level, and so they think others think there's going to be a walk in the park for Chemo Senior High School.
Yeah, let me find out before we wrap up on our conversation, the presence of the old students or former students of these schools, is their presence being felt at the grounds?
Well, you know, we just started the competition an hour ago, so you cannot say that you are feeling it now. But I can say that when we get to the 1/8 stage and we get to the quarterfinals, that is where you begin to feel the presence because they come in with their paraphernalia, their flags, their cloth, their uniforms, and they make so much noise. But at the prelim stages, sometimes it's a little, slow. But if you my camera can just quickly pan, you realize that is the contest that is actually ongoing between the Dabuase Senior High School, between Winneba SHS and also Apam SHS.
But Nancy, you've been speaking to the contestants. Do you feel that we are going to be surprised by any of the schools?
Well, I mean, I have spoken to more than 20 of the schools that are present here at the University of Ghana. And trust me, they are all saying they're leaving no stone unturned. They say that they're coming with the vim because they've prepared so much. Some of them are prepared over the years. And so they would not leave it so easily and open for any school at all to just pick it up. They're going to battle it out. And all of them say they're going to be winning. So we just have to wait. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, just a matter of time. We hope so too. Thank you very much, Nancy, for that live update. Now let's hop onto social media to find out from you. What 3 schools are you tipping to win this year's National Science and Math Quiz? We'll be comments in a few minutes, but let's take a short break and we'll be back. Welcome back from that short break. You're still watching Joy News Interactive. Now let's take you back to those comments. Which 3 schools are you tipping to be in the top 3? Here's what you have to say. Martin Mandela says Queen of Peace Senior High School. Nisa Ninan says, great Salaga Senior High School victory. Yakubu Ibn Chamba says, one saddest element about life is that you cannot roll back time. You cannot roll back time, so one had better utilize the time, has now. Profirm says, remember 10 years back when I had to... Okay, so it goes on and on and on. How I love this contest. My wish is for one of the Northern schools to annex the trophy. And William Che Mensa says, St. Mary's Boys Senior High School, he's tipping those schools, that particular school to win. And Isa Ninan said, Salaga Senior High School victory. Eric Chogali says Bishop Herman College. So he's tipping Bishop Herman Biheko to be in the top 3. And next, Kobe says boys will separate from the men. Yes, we hope so. And Wilberforce Adam says Great Temasco. Selena Sewai Champon, Kumasi High School. Sammy Quinn says Chemu Senior High School, Xavier Senior High School, Bolikatanga Girls, Apam Senior High School, and T.I. Amas in Kumasi. These are the schools he's hoping to be in the finals. Bori Francis says Queen of Peace Senior High School. Felix says Sandema Senior High Technical School. And Nana Sapong says Kumasi High School. We also have Komashi Bless, who is saying KJB Asato Senior High School. Kasek will be in the top 3. Shadi Clench says Opokuware Senior High School. And Wisdom Ayam Green says Mauli Senior High School. Now, everybody's talking about their favorite schools and the schools they're tipping to win. Helena Ayambela says Bolga Girls Senior High School, Bolga Girls Senior High School. Eden Paku is also saying Bishop Herman College. And Rogza Ashe says St. Ignatius of Loyos Senior High School. Hamid Abdul says Kumasi Senior High School. A lot of Kumasi Senior High School members. And Simon says St. Francis Xavier Junior Seminary Senior High School. Well, let's move away from National Science and Math Quiz and talk about a very special day. The word father is not just a noun, it's also a verb. So you need to act it up. Father's Day is a celebration honoring fathers and celebrating fatherhood, parental bonds, and the influence of fathers in society. On Sunday, many male Ghanaian celebrities took to social media to show us how great they are as fathers. Let's take a look at some of these pictures. And so we have Kwakese Abodam with his baby girl tied to his back. Beautiful, beautiful baby girl. And we have Ajete Anan and his baby. Stoneboy, the Beam Nation man and his daughter. Samini was not left out with his daughter as well. And Lil Wayne with his son. But Ghanaian actor John Dumelo could not be left out of the celebration. He shows us how he's a super dad at home. Fathers are indeed special. Well, it's time for us to give you some energy and motivation this Monday to start your week right. Let's do some Monday motivation. Yes, let's bring you back, take you to our Monday motivation, and we have Patrick Fred, who says Monday sets the tone for the week. Be your best today. Hashtag Monday motivation comes with an image that says, maybe this day is not one of your favorites, but never forget that every day you wake up as an amazing gift, and it's up to you to make it count. And coolest kid of all time says, try to make yourself happy today and stay positive. Hashtag Monday motivation. And Kyle Chick says, your limitation is only your imagination. Hashtag Monday motivation. And Dwayne Chuku says, you may not be getting all the answers from the work you're doing, but if you stop today, all the previous efforts will certainly be a waste. For the sake of already putting effort, persevere. Hashtag Monday motivation. And Jide says, life can be confusing. You want to go out, but you also want to nap. You want to be rich and famous, but you also want to be lazy, one at a time. We'll go all in to make the day fruitful. Hashtag Monday motivation. And Kike Lomo says, knowing fully well that you have a target to accomplish, perseverance is the key you can't underrate. Don't give up yet. That day is near. Good morning. And hashtag Monday motivation. And Shabby Brand says, the harder you work for something, the greater you feel when you achieve it. Go out, dream it. Hashtag Monday motivation. And Arthur Assistant says, you don't have to be big, you have to be remarkable. There's a quote from Joe Pulizzi. Hashtag Monday motivation. Hashtag Monday wisdom. Maggie Marriott says, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings a tune without the words and never stops at all. There's a quote from Emily Dixon. And hashtag Monday motivation. Hashtag hope. Before we wrap up on the show, we have to give you the video of the day. For this video, I want you to take a critical look at it. Well, if a bird can go out and pick up your litter, do well not to drop anything on the floor, because a bird has done something a human being should be doing. Anyways, it's time for us to wrap up on the show, JoyNews Interactive. You've been watching with me, Selina Ampo. Do enjoy the rest of the week.
Maybe not come back again. Oh, yeah, go and tell your